a previous museum extension proposal here took the form of an Italianate Victorian pastiche. That was before the 1865 house was given Grade 2 listed status a few years ago. But of course fashions change, and the building before you now was designed wholly in the modern idiom. We're all delighted at the museum by the space and airiness which the new building has given us. And we're particularly thrilled by the response of the public, who have congratulated us on how well the new building has merged with the old one, and how well it has fitted into the Victorian Park, and also with the quality of both the building and, more importantly, of course, the displays that it contains. I would personally like to thank the Borough Council for the nearly £5 million injection of capital funding which made this project possible, and to all our consultants, contractors and subcontractors. And I would now like to introduce our Cabinet Member for Parks and Heritage, Councillor Christopher Kingsley.
Your Royal Highness, Lord Lieutenant, Mr Mayor, ladies and gentlemen. The Chelmsford Borough Council believes passionately in providing access to high quality services at reasonable cost. With this new building and the displays herein, we set out to give residents and visitors a first-rate interpretation of aspects of our local culture and heritage with free admission. The Chelmsford Borough Council is delighted, therefore, to have invested in this new facility, and we look forward to experiencing large numbers of people, residents and visitors of all ages, enjoying the new displays. We are particularly pleased that the new building has provided space to give witness to Chelmsford's impressive industrial heritage. This is particularly important now that little exists of the great Chelmsford companies set up by the technological pioneers of the very early part of the 20th century, principally those of Marconi, Crompton and Hoffman. The building also contains a brand new Essex Regiment Museum and, for the first time, an important display about the Essex Yeomanry. We are very grateful to the trustees of both the Essex Yeomanry and the Essex Regiment Museum for mounting a joint appeal which has raised over £130,000. Some of you here today have contributed to this appeal, and I would like to thank you for your generosity and earnestly hope that you will be impressed by what you see. We are also very grateful to the Friends of Chelmsford Museums for their donation of over £5,000, which has bought some of the audio-visual equipment in this room. Your Royal Highness, on behalf of the Chelmsford Borough Council, may I thank you for taking the time to visit us here today, and may I ask you to unveil a plaque commemorating your visit.
Well, thank you, Chairman. It's a great pleasure for me to come to Chelmsford and join you on this happy day of celebration to mark the completion of this phase of your museum. We are very lucky in this country to have a very long and well-recorded history, and to be able to appreciate it in the various historic monuments, but also in being able to visit in many places museums that tell us more about the history and character of their particular location. And I think that when you consider all the different industrial processes that we pioneered and the consequences that we perhaps don't appreciate, but which help us every day in the way we lead our modern technological lives. And I think it is very refreshing to come to somewhere and discover that ball bearings really are, although taken totally for granted, made a huge advance in the way we do various things. And similarly with your other exhibits, which bring personality as well as history to this location. And of course our military museums, which record the achievements of previous generations. It's all too easy that the army only exists in modern times. every regiment looks back on its history, because it wants to impress that whereas risking life and limb may not seem a frightfully good idea at the time, it is actually a tradition that goes back a long way. And if you know that your previous generations have had to take risks and have ended up successful as a result of taking those risks, then it is a great encouragement to this generation to feel that they shouldn't be letting down previous generations by behaving in a less honourable way. And so it is with that thought that I congratulate all those who have helped raise the funds, who have designed and plotted for this new extension. And I hope that their hard work is rewarded by seeing this new building, which gives new opportunities to tell people of our history and to explain how our future is affected by our past. And it therefore gives me very great pleasure to declare your new extensions fully open as possible, and to wish the very best of luck to all those who come here for all sorts of exhibits and occasions yet to be imagined. Again.
I think you might have to.
The hell there. Does that look like an actual shot?
Right. Decorations. Thank you very much. Nice big smile, everybody. Nick.
Your head there.
And one last one. Thank you, Duncan.
Wonderful.
Can we just have a couple just this way,
Sorry, sir. Just one more, please.
Just one more.
Yeah. That's lovely.
It must be Hello magazine.
Next thing is going to have a picture of the
the northern